And welcome to Shannon's Unsteady Garden Camera of 2019. Here comes the strawberries. The ones that have berries, or wannabe berries I should say, and flowers, are transplants from underneath my stairs. The little guys, like that guy there and this guy here, those are ones I bought. Those are everberry or something like that. And then we have a volunteer lettuce. How it got there, I don't know, but it did. And then over in this garden here, I did that experiment where you plant the middle part of your celery, and it's growing slowly but surely. And there's some leftover strawberry plants I stuck in here. But mostly this is lettuce, spinach. I think there might be some broccoli trying to grow up. I think this might be the broccoli here, but don't quote me because I had fun with seeds in this bed. So there's spinach, lettuce of all different kinds, strawberries, celery, onto side gardens. You will see randomly popping up onions because I wanted a lot of onions this year and I didn't want to dedicate a whole section of my garden to them. And then I have cucumbers. And there are different kinds of cucumbers. Some of them I started, some of them I bought. And so far, I have only lost one cucumber plant during all the hoopla. And this is some parsley I bought, and that's a cauliflower I bought. And there's two kinds of dill that I bought. And then we have pepper plants. The tiny pepper plants right here are mine. The big ones are from the store. Oh, and along with pepper plants, I also planted some bean plants. And they are growing too. But I bought the pepper plants because something is eating my pepper plants. And I'm getting peeved. And I got Augie a cantaloupe. But if whatever's eating doesn't stop eating my pepper plants, I'm going to plant them all into pots from now on. And just...
That was a big bee I saw. That was the green bee.
Ah. And over here, you can go ahead and try and count. We have many, many onions planted, but also a butt ton of tomatoes.
I feel the button.
I love you. Stop.
I feel the button.
Yes, dear. Nice. And anyway,
Keep button.
shush now. I all know all about your flashlight. Thank you. But every one of these tomatoes, I grew from seed and transplanted out here. And 3/4 of them, even though I labeled them, I can no longer read the labels. So every single kind is going to be a happy surprise. And out of all the tomatoes that I planted, I have only lost 3 tomato plants so far, which I'm pretty impressed with. And then I have birds nesting over there with my rhubarb, which I had to chop down that tree, which was just as big as that one there. See, little, big. But I had to cut it down, make it shorter, because my rhubarb was too overshadowed. But my asparagus is not coming in at all. So very not impressed. And I cut back the lilac bushes this spring because I had too much shade over into my garden over here. And as you can see, even though I cut it back, it is all really trying to grow back. Which means this fall I will be cutting them all again. And then over here I have 2 honeyberries that should cross-pollinate each other. And if you look, I don't know if they're going to stay or fall off, but there's already some green berries underneath in there, which is kind of exciting. And then this one has some green berries too. And they both look good. And what's that you say? You're not done yet? My gosh, don't you get tired of planting stuff? No, because I tried planting a pretty 2 pretty flowers into the bed of death and despair. So far, they're living, but it is also not really rained. So it'll be telling if the rain kills them or not. And then I got this guy here, which is growing.
We have a big house.
And I'm probably going to have to move that. And the lily of the valley are doing very nicely. And I forget what these guys are called, but pretty pretties. And the rose bush is growing. And then over here, we have the pea line. Whoops. This guy is almost ready to get strung up there. A little bit more. But all of these got tons of pea plants growing in there. And then we come over here and you say, did you plant any potatoes? Did you plant any potatoes? Why, yes, I did. Potato, beans. And I did plant little I forget what it's called. Layer suppression, no. What do you call it? Succession. There's more beans planted in with the beans. That's a tomato. See, I made the tag, but can you read it? Because I can't. Next year, I'm going to do all of the my extra canning lids are going to go for labeling them. Potato, tomato that I bought from a store. It's just a little, so I can pick the tomatoes and eat them. Some more beans. This is a cucumber, obviously, that is very not doing well. It's been really cold so far this spring. More seed potatoes that I'm just starting and turning them into plants. And these are 2 potted peppers that I grew from seed, and they're doing much better than what I got in the ground. And here's some potted tomatoes that I started myself from seed. And again, doing much better than anything I bought or put in the ground. And these are more potatoes that I just started a little bit ago. And these are more potatoes that I started. It's been like a month and a half now. Anything that's showing green on the tops is like a month and a half. They're all red tomatoes, or potatoes, I'm sorry. And this is a blueberry bush that I'm going to plant. And I know I should get another one. I just ran out of money. And that is Shannon's garden tour for 2019. I'll see you again in a couple weeks. Bye.